we have breaking news on 105.3 The Fan. Appreciate Zero listening to the show.
Oh, my goodness.
This comes from the official Twitter account of Shams Charania.
All right.
The Houston Rockets are finalizing a deal to trade Christian Wood to the Dallas Mavericks.
This is wildly interesting.
Wow.
So, look, shout outs to Nico Harrison.
Yeah.
Now, shout out to Jason Kidd. Shout out to Mark Cuban.
Hang on a second here.
I'm not going to lie. I'm of two minds. Two things come to mind instantly. This is exciting, right? First of all, for Mavs fans everywhere, let me...
Sorry, I just had to let
No. That's exactly what you got to do, because I think that's what everybody... In fact, go ahead and text into the Autoflex League or the truckwreck.com text line.
Yeah, we need phone calls on this.
877-881-1053. What's your instant reaction to the news that Christian Wood is now a Dallas Maverick? We don't have any news on compensation, and we will get that to you as soon as we know. But from the 806, wow, with 6 W's.
Wow.
Right? But the first thing is, I'm excited to see the Mavs were not complacent.
Not at the
They
least.
did not, and we didn't get that impression from the people that we were listening to. But if you looked at the Mavs historically, you could easily look at them and say, there are instances where you go, why are they not going out and doing something? Why are they not making something happen? How many trade deadlines do people sit on Twitter.com refreshing what Adrian Wojnarowski and Shams Charania's Twitter page waiting for the Dallas Mavericks to pop up? And this is an instance where they did something.
Tim McMahon of ESPN at ESPN_McMahon. Sources say the Mavericks will send the number 26 pick and expiring salaries to the Rockets for center Christian Wood. Now that starts my mind a running.
Who's the expiring? Let's pull up the Mavericks payroll.
You know the first one that comes to my mind immediately, Dwight Powell.
And that is a team, the Rockets are a team who aren't trying necessarily to win right now. So they can afford to go ahead and sit with that for a little while. Dwight Powell, okay, I could see that happening. I don't know if Davis Bertans is somebody that could have been sent out when it comes to expiring payroll. Spencer Dinwiddie is still on the payroll next season, I believe, right?
Say it again, I'm sorry?
Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm trying to figure out
he's still in the fold.
So he's still, actually, Davis Bertans is as well, so he would not be expiring. Dwight Powell is not expiring either. I'm trying to figure out what expiring contracts we're talking about here.
Compensation is in, boys.
Okay.
We've got it.
Who's this from?
From Shams Charania.
Okay.
The Mavericks are sending Boban Marjanovic, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, and Marquise Chris.
Yeah, so just...
That's it?
Dudes.
Wow.
But you know what this also says?
Now that's sad. Let me consider real quick. I'm sad Boban's gone. I'm a miss Boban.
Oh, absolutely. Boban is one of
I'm a miss Boban.
He's one of the best people in the NBA.
Yeah,
he was just at the Wings game today.
He was just at the Wings game today.
There was a picture with Satu Sabli. I remember that.
Right, yes.
So let's take a moment of silence for Boban Marjanovic, who will be missed dearly as just a fantastic human being, one of Luka's best friends on the team.
Yeah, his best friend on the team.
I feel like he's everybody's best friend on the team because he's the nicest too. This is where I'm going to be the jerk. What do you think you're actually getting in Christian Wood? Now, of course, the fact that Boban, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, you're not missing anything. None of those guys were guys that you could play in the playoffs, really. So not losing anything in that. And I think Christian Wood is a lot more playable. However, what did this team need when we were talking about what they would need to get better?
Rebounding and rim protection.
Okay, Christian Wood isn't that. Fact of the matter is, Christian Wood isn't that. Christian Wood is a stretching big. So you got maybe, well, I was about to say maybe a better Maxi Kleber, but Maxi Kleber plays significantly better defense. Christian Wood is not a defensive player. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's just not. Offensively, he can give you stuff. He could give you a 40-point game. And I think that is an interesting proposition. He can shoot the lights out when necessary. But he shoots 39% this past season from three, 38% for his career from three. So he can shoot the ball. Averaged 18 points a game when it came down to it last season. But defensively, he is not that guy. So I don't think that they're done. And another thing that this tells me is that Mark Cuban has ponied up and he is ready to pay luxury tax for real.
Bingo. There it is. Drop the mic. That's what it is. It sounds like Mark Cuban is ready to spend the kind of money. Because remind me, do we have the numbers for Christian Wood? What did he make this past year?
Give me one moment. I'll get that for you.
Yeah. So it sounds like this team, because this team is still going to be able to re-sign Jalen Brunson. He's not going anywhere. If you think that's something that's going to be the case, he's not going anywhere. They retain his bird rights, which means they can sign him to more money and more years than any other team can offer him. So Jalen Brunson's not going anywhere. But the fact that this team is making this investment and to bringing in Christian Wood, how much did he make a year ago?
So Christian Wood was on a 3-year, $41 million contract, and this next season will be the last of that contract at $14 million a year.
Okay.
So he is also, in a way, an expiring contract. You're bringing him in, and you have the opportunity to see if that works with you, and maybe next season, obviously having someone walk out the door isn't fun. But if it doesn't work, maybe you can trade him at the deadline. Maybe those things are available to you. But this does give you an opportunity. They did advance their roster here.
They did, because now when you look at Christian Wood and the expiring contract that he has, now, as you mentioned, you can see if this works for a year. And clearly this is an indication that what they may have felt like was going to be at number 26 based on, them preparing their draft. There wasn't necessarily anything there that attracted them to the point where they felt like we need to keep the number 26 overall pick.
No.
So you go ahead and move on from that and still be able to improve your roster in a way, but still have financial flexibility going into 2023, which is extremely important, given now you've got the $11 million expiring contract in Dwight Powell, and now you've got another $14 million, a year contract expiring with Christian Wood. So you're talking about already $25 million that comes clear off the books if you don't keep either one of Christian Wood or Dwight Powell going into after this upcoming year, which now that's where your mind starts to whirl about, okay, that's $25 million already that you could look at as expiring money coming off the books after this year. What does that mean for what the free agency class of 2023 may look like? Again, there's still some financial, hurdles that you have to figure out and go through. But that, to me, is a huge sign if they decide to move off of both of those players, especially if Christian Wood doesn't work out this upcoming year.